Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Alexis Edwards. I'm the host of Healing Alchemists. Welcome to all our replay viewers. Thanks for watching. Welcome to all our new members. We have quite a few in the last several days. Hopefully we'll continue to grow. If my group, if our community that we're creating resonates with you and you want to share it with other people, feel free to let people know that we're here. As you hop on, say hello for everybody joining me live. And so I'm going to talk about my story, basically. Hey Kathy. I started to realize one of our members, Patrick Gabriel, I think, he asked a really good question. He is asking in the group, how did I become a healing alchemist? How did I get into, hey Mary, how did I learn alchemical healing? And so I call the group Healing Alchemists because to me, alchemy is turning, traditionally what it was turning lead to gold. Now this is something that people were never able to do, but the idea is to turn it into the richest thing. So the word is utilized, for me, it's utilized in a healing terminology, taking all of our stuff, all of our experiences, all of our ancestry, all our current stuff, all of the pot of stuff, and being able to heal and turn it into something usable. Hey, Becky. So that's why I call it Healing Alchemists. And so my style of healing isn't really called alchemical healing, although I guess in a way it is. Hey, just say hi when you come on so I can see that you're here, because I can't see everybody unless you say hi. And if you have any questions, just ask me. But I just wanted to chat a little bit, about who I am. So I am a doctor of Oriental medicine. I went to school for herbs and acupuncture and Chinese medicine and all that good stuff. That's kind of like the middle of the journey, probably. The way I started as a kid, I grew up in a spiritual household. I grew up in a household with a spiritual practitioner, and which is my dad. And then my mom was really supportive of that, and we just grew up in that kind of environment. So it was very normal to go to it was like an Afro-Caribbean drum circles and stuff like that. And in Spanish, what they're called are misas, which is basically a seance, but different, not with that kind of connotation. Aw, poor little one. Hey, Kellen. So I just grew up in a really open household in terms of spirituality and belief system. So for me, I have a really broad belief system because of that. Okay. And so, when I was a kid, I can remember really distinctly, just looking at my hands and being aware that my hands did something. Like, if I think about it, I can remember having that thought, oh, look at this. My dad would use his hands to heal headaches and things like that. So I saw that it was possible. I think one of the greatest things about, for those of you who are on here, a lot of you are on a spiritual journey, and a lot of you may be healers or aspiring to be. Some of you may be starting to notice that you have abilities, or you're not sure if you have abilities and you kind of notice different things. The best thing is just to start to notice and to watch and to see how it develops and how other people do things, and sort of apply it for yourself, and not looking at other people for the sake of comparison, but just in terms of knowledge and learning. That's what I did, with me seeing my dad do the stuff that he did. I knew it was possible. And as soon as we see that something's possible, that allows us possible within ourselves. And, with the universe, and anything is possible, truly anything. It's us that limits it. It's our minds that limits it. We limit healing, we limit our abundance, we limit just about anything, really for no reason. And sometimes to learn and all that stuff, yada yada, right? But we don't have to have those limits, but it's good to be aware that they're there. And so the more we're able to have experiences that let us know that anything's possible, the more that anything's possible. So that's really my experience, that I was able to see that tangibly. Hi, Alok. Thanks for joining me. So I'm just talking about my journey. And so that's the one thing I'll say, just look around and see, and just see with curiosity, and interest in what and how people are doing things, just for the sake of awakening what's possible, awakening, where you can go, and understanding we don't always know the direction that we can go unless we go there and we can see that it's even, the door's even open, that it's even a possibility. So I was always aware, and then as I be open to it. Yeah, this is something we talk about a lot. And just so you know, like when I'm talking and when I'm channeling and doing stuff like this, my nose itches a lot and I sneeze. So excuse me if that starts to happen, but that's something that's common for me. But anyway, so that was as a kid, and I had awareness of conversations, like just kind of awareness that I wasn't by myself, kind of awareness of energy. And I remember being a kid that just like very much, it's frightening. Even when you are aware, even when you are open, the mind says, no, what's happening? And so as a little kid, I remember saying, no, thank you, no, thank you. But now looking back, that was a really significant experience. And, that was, some of us talk about spirit guides and that kind of thing. And that was an experience that I had as a little kid. And it's kind of neat to be able to look back at that. Hey, Sue. And yeah, so from there, hey, Tanis, I'm happy to have you. What else? There's a lot else. I always was really called to be a healer. My name is Alexis, as you guys know if you're in here, and Alexis means helper of man. And I know that having that awareness of my name was really profound for me and meant a lot to me. I just thought it was the neatest thing, because it really resonated deeply, because that's, I have a helper spirit, I have a helper's heart, a healer's heart, so to know that my name meant those things, that was just really, as a little girl, was confirmation. But it was just like, oh yeah, it just felt good. And when you're little, you get excited about simple things. And as a kid, I had prophetic dreams. So basically what that means is that I would dream things that came true. And my children do the same thing. And it's really neat because I can very distinctly remember a lot of the things that I experienced growing up. And so I'm able to help them in a really interesting way, because they're quite similar to me. I mean, they're going to have their own path and their own gifts and stuff, but it's neat to be able to be aware of, to have had the experiences myself. So that's something that happened a lot. And I can remember when I started to notice that the dreams, wait a second, I dreamt that and it happened, and that kind of thing, which feels a little bit different than deja vu. Yeah, magical babies. And you've kind of hung out with my babies. Becky has helped me with my kids. And so, yeah, like that. And I think around maybe 8 or 9, I was having consumptive dreams, which are shamanic initiation kind of dreams, where you dream that you're being consumed. So that can be all kinds of different things. It can be by creatures, it can be by things, it can be whatever. So those were interesting. And what else? Oh, okay. I remember maybe in 5th grade, we had a healer come to school, and that healer, I think she was a traditional medicine woman from, I want to say South America somewhere. I don't remember entirely. I just remember that she was, a shamaness, a medicine woman. And I really resonated with that. And that I remember coming home and saying, I'm going to be a medicine woman. What kid does that, right? But that was my thing. And then as I got older, most tweens and teenagers, you kind of venture off. I always had awareness of that. I had more awareness than other people. One of my gifts is clairsentience, and what that means is clear feeling. And so I was aware, and sometimes not aware, that I felt other people's things. So a lot of times people who have clear feeling, people who are clairsentient, you have a tendency to have that sensation of you think everything's your fault, because immediately you're picking up everybody's stuff. And so you're not aware at first that you're picking up everybody's stuff. And so it's just an interesting kind of thing. You take ownership over everyone's stuff, basically. I know I'm saying stuff a lot, but that's basically what it is, right? Yeah, and then in my early 20s, I worked for an acupuncturist, and that was the beginning of my interest in, continuation of my interest in Chinese medicine, and seeing like that art and how healing could manifest in that way. My mom is a nurse and kind of always sort of said, don't be a nurse. Not that there's anything wrong with being nurses, but it was her experience and she wanted something different for me. And so I had awareness that I didn't really want to go into Western medicine. Hey, Dan. But I did know, something along the lines of some kind of healing, some kind of medical avenue. At one point I thought about going to medical school. That was a little fleeting idea there that came in and out. Yep, picking up on all the feelings. Hey Melissa, I didn't see that you're here. Thanks for being here. I miss your face. Yeah, so at that point, I was introduced to homeopathy, to single remedy homeopathy, which is amazing, and it's constitutional homeopathy, which basically it's for you as a person where you are and to break things open. And that through that experience, I was pregnant with my son shortly thereafter, and that was one of the most amazing experiences, is having my son when I did. And he really, I think, propelled me to engage in my journey when I did. I know a lot of people and have come across a lot of people, and I know a lot of you maybe even are someone who maybe later in life is when you're starting to really be aware of your abilities, or even just an interest in spiritual world and your spirituality, the idea that there's more than just us, and really starting to have a spiritual awakening. And while I'll definitely say I was always spiritually aware, I think my true awakening was probably like in my early 20s, and then once again kind of re-blossoming, when I had my son, because I wanted to be able, like we all do for our kids, make a good life for them, right? But the sense of responsibility as a human and what I'm showing my children really got large. And so I went to school, and during that time I started pursuing, or back to school, I should say, to Oriental Medical School. And then during that time I started taking some intuitive and mediumship classes, and I found them to be really fun, a little bit, I won't say easy, but a little bit easy. And I was able to go like deep into the alpha state really quickly, and I just really, it resonated strongly. So a lot of the skills I learned that early on really kind of carried me through. So for me, a lot of my story and a lot of my development is really about working, especially early on, is working with healers, find people to work with. Hey, Arlene. That's really how for me, that I really blossomed, was being able to work one-on-one with people, and even in group settings, and just start to learn and expand and grow and see how your own abilities work, because everybody's are different. And even if, whatever stage you're at, even if you're just like, okay, I don't even know what any of that stuff means, but I have an interest, even there, learn, just open yourself up and learn, and be, like we said in the beginning, just awareness of whatever's possible, just openness to whatever's possible. So then after that, I don't know what happened. What happened after that? I think I finished school. I had another baby. I continued, my friends, I would go out with my friends, and even in school, they would ask me, tell me something, because at that point, I was really cultivating more of the psychic abilities and the flow of information. And I was really starting to realize in school that I knew things that people hadn't told me, and that I felt things that I shouldn't be able to feel because they're not just mine, because I was interacting with more clients and patients really in the clinic. So I was starting to really, really deeply have that awareness and making the correlation, and not just, oh, I don't know what's happening, which had been most of my life. And at that point, a patient would have a stomach ache and I would have a stomach ache. A patient would have whatever and I would feel it too. Because I was unskilled, because I didn't know what I was doing. And in general, in school, even though it is alternative medicine, there aren't all of those spiritual safeguards. There aren't all those energetic safeguards, perhaps. I think it's a little bit different now, but that's what it was for me. I wasn't really taught a lot of that stuff, so I didn't know how to protect my energy, while also allowing the good stuff in, because you want to be able to have the good stuff in. especially if you have channeling abilities or if you're connecting to other types of energies that you're going to be using for healing, which is kind of what I do. I channel energy. I've done, at the end, we'll do some energy healing. So if anybody would like a little bit of an energy transmission, just let me know and we can work on that in a couple minutes. But yeah, just having awareness of your own field and starting to learn protective mechanisms and things like that were really important for me at that time. And I was really just, like I said, because I wasn't aware of how to transmit the energy yet, I was really focusing more on information, like starting to learn the information I was gathering and how to share that, which is really like, that's how you learn. You just play around with it and you see that you're accurate. And for me, I learned without tools. Like I didn't do tarot or oracle cards or really anything. I just was like free blah, blah. And you know, my friends would always tell me, just tell me something. And somewhere along the lines, I just really became aware that I didn't just want to be the person who told you something, which is fine and that's wonderful and it is helpful for a lot of people. I just started to realize that, yeah, absolutely. Started to realize that there had to be a purpose to the information that I knew. And I was still at a point in my life where I wasn't totally comfortable saying what I was or what I experienced or all the things, you know, which is super common for a lot of people, that you don't want to say, oh yeah, so I know that your real problem is that your boyfriend left you last Tuesday, when they haven't even told you they have a boyfriend. That's not really a thing that most people want you to tell them when you're in a session with them or when you're, you know, prescribing herbs or whatever it is, right? At least I thought. And so I just kind of had to keep practicing and keep doing things, and that was on the job training. And I think that's kind of how it is with life. And then somewhere along the way, I added more modalities. I went and learned something called Body Talk, which is an energy modality, which is really amazing because it's really structured. So it has right brain and left brain kind of stuff where it allows you to free flow, but it also allows a lot of structure in balancing the body, which is really nice. And it also, because it uses applied kinesiology, which is, I don't know if you guys know about the muscle testing. That's what applied kinesiology is. It's modified, so you use the wrist and you just kind of tap, and it's the idea that muscle can give us a yes or a no response, like you can communicate with the body. And so for me, I felt like that was more normal and gave me permission to start helping people on a deeper level by utilizing, you know, this muscle testing, and then kind of going from there. And then at that point, I worked with a really incredibly gifted spiritual worker, spiritual healer. She does not use the word shaman, but that's basically, you know, for lay people, that's basically what it is, what the word shaman means is a person who interfaces with beings, a person who interfaces with spirit, who walks the different dimensions and that kind of thing. Vicky's saying that that's the problem though, isn't it? People don't want to really hear the things. It really depends. I have found that for me, people come to me when they're ready to hear the things. People come to me when they're ready to kind of like really actually do the work. Especially because it isn't just hearing the things. It's hearing the things and saying, hey, listen, this is what's going on, but this is why it started. Let's heal that. So we don't have to do that anymore, because a lot of times when we have things going on with us, when we have experiences that keep happening over and over again, it's because somewhere along the line, there's an origination. There's an originator, whether it's ours or ancestry or past life or whatever. I know not everyone's into that, but whatever it comes from, figuring out where that origination is, healing that origination, so you don't have to keep doing that loop of the thing you don't want to hear anymore. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So yeah, so that's where I am at this point, is that healing wise, I do transmissions where I just like connect and I will send energy and send transmissions. And I also do like really in-depth stuff where we can kind of do a scan, see deeply what needs to be healed in detail, and kind of go in and do that kind of healing and interface with the things we need to interface with. and really start to change things, change people's lives, change where we're at, just change stuff, you know, which is really, oh, so Tanis is saying she's been considering body talk for the same reason. It's more normal, not the right reason. So I'm on a quest to learn more about its power as a healing modality. Yeah, so feel free to contact me if you want to chat. It was really good for me for where I was. I think I needed to go through that experience in order to realize that it's totally okay. What I am is okay, and what I do is okay, and it's more than okay. It's amazing, and I don't need to hide. That's the thing about body talk. There's a lot of practitioners that do it because it's structured and it allows them to do something that can elevate their practice. And for other people that perhaps have different sorts of abilities, they use it to hide. And that's the only probably thing that I would say, that I don't think anybody should hide. Because I did it for a long time, and in ways I still do sometimes, but it's important to get out there and to do the thing. And you know, we came the way we came because to help, you know, that's really what it's all about, is to be of service and love and all of that. That's what it comes down to, really. We're all aware of the world that we live in, and you know, I think we're all here and we have tasks to do. And we need to just do it and stop worrying about ourselves, and stop worrying about if people see us, and stop worrying about all of those things, and just do the thing. It's easier said than done, for sure. But yeah. So there's a lot of different modalities. Just let me know if you want to talk about it some more, or if you have any interest. Hey, Ginger. So I think I covered most things. I know I was talking a little bit about the way that I work, which is doing a lot of stuff. You know, I offer one-to-one healing sessions. I do 90-minute intensives. And the reason I do that is because it allows us to do a lot of work. So we'll do healing work, and we'll chat, and we'll kind of really dive deep to really start to shift things, you know, because sometimes we do a session, you can do something simple and be like, oh, okay, and move on. And like, let's dive deep. You know, if we're going to do the work, let's do the work. Let's not pretend. Let's not hide from ourselves. Let's just do the work. And yeah, so I do the healing session. We discuss different things, whatever we need to talk about. There's recommendations for herbs and supplements, because I'm able to do that as a doctor of Oriental medicine, and flower essences and homeopathy and all that fun stuff to help support you. Recommendations for spiritual bathing practices, all of that stuff within the 90-minute intensive. So that's going to be different than, like, right now we'll do the healing transmission in a couple of minutes, but it's going to be different. And so if you're interested in doing that, just send me a message, and I'd love to talk to you about that. And I also have, speaking of spiritual awakening, right, I have a course coming up soon that is 5 weeks long, and we're going to be, it's called the Spiritual Awakening Toolkit, and we're talking about a little bit about everything. So it's perfect for someone who's just coming into, or maybe has been in the world for a while with the spiritual world, and would like to learn more about what manifestation is, about crystals, about chakras, about oils, about, you know, all of these different things, the law of attraction, all sorts of things. There's, I don't know, I think we're doing like 15 to 20 different topics. We're going to have guest speakers and all kinds of amazing things. It's all going to be in a private Facebook group. It's only $5.95 for the 5 weeks, which I think is really amazing considering all of the content that you're going to have. You'll get an idea of a lot of basic stuff, so you can come out of the 5 weeks with really having a good, solid, basic spiritual practice. Like, what are you doing, you know, meditation, or if you wanted to integrate oils or whatever it is. So you have kind of your hand in a lot of the different areas for spiritual growth, which is really helpful. So if you want to do that, just let me know. There's a link in the group, but you can also message me if you want to talk about it. There's a full pay option, but there's also a couple of payment plans too, if that interests you. All right, guys, I think I covered all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I did. All right, so let's see. So I'm going to do a group transmission in a couple of minutes, but Tanis, I think you were the first one that said that you were interested. You wanted to experience a healing. So, Tanis, do you have anything in particular going on right now? Like, do you have pain or discomfort or emotional stuff? And if you do, just let me know. And 1 to 10, give me a rating for it. Whoever else said that they were interested in having a little bit of a healing transmission, just let me know. We're looking for if you have any pain and what part of your body it is, and then level 1 to 10 where you're at, okay? Let's see. We got a lot of peoples. Alright, I can't tell if Tanis is on here still. I think you are. So if you are, just let me know. And anyone else that is interested, just hop on and let me know where your area of pain is, 1 to 10, and then we'll kind of get it going. Hey, Casey. So I talked a little bit about my healing journey, my spiritual journey, and we're about to do some distance healing transmissions, which is really fun to watch. Hey, Jesse. So, again, I know that we were waiting for Tanis, but anybody else? I think there was a couple of people who said yes. Let's see. I'm on my phone here because it's kind of easier. Kellen. Oh, here we go. Thanks for being in here, Casey. It's so nice to see you. Pain on the left side of 7. Okay, cool. So just let me know what level. So we'll probably, for the people, let's see, because all right. So we can probably do, let's do Tanis, just because we were saying your name first. Oh, so you're at a 1 or a 2. Okay, no problem. So that should go away. It has been forever. Do you remember riding the bus? Okay. All right, so probably the people that I've said now, because it's going to take me a little bit of time to get to everybody. And then also at the end, I'll do like a general transmission. So anybody watching the replay, you can watch all of it just to see, because it is kind of cool. And then at the end, I'll do like a general transmission for everybody. So we'll start with Tanis, okay? So Tanis, just get in a comfortable position. I'm actually going to have a little bit of water. So for those of you watching me kind of like with interest in a different way, and so in terms of maybe you are a healer and like, oh, that's interesting what she's doing, just so you know, I am set up in a way where I have energetic protection stuff going on. I have my a beautiful quartz crystal, and I also have a smoky quartz, which is really awesome and protective. So this guy hangs out in front of me, just because I want for those energy healers that are here just to have awareness that I'm not just like doing it naked, basically. Energetic self-care is really important when you're doing this kind of thing. All right, Tanis. So get comfy, take a nice deep breath. Left ankle, discomfort, then pain. Okay. Take a nice deep breath for me. All right, let me know where it is now. It should have lowered. I know we were pretty low to begin with. That swelling should start to dissipate too in the next day or so. Okay. Let's do Kathy's knee. Quartz envy, right? Yeah. I love this piece. This was a piece that was really important for me to get. Like, I saw it and it just really, it's perfect for this, and it's just the right size. And I have a good friend, Megan Shupp, who has a really expansive crystal store, and she has a crystal group. I think it's tagged at the top of our group there. She has awesome stuff, and I've gotten really into raw crystals because of her, because they just feel so good. And I have this amazing one. I'll have to bring it out to show you guys next time, that I have next to my bed. It's like this big. It's this mix of like instant relief. Yay! I love that. Oh, you're so welcome. That's awesome. I had a feeling you might, because that was kind of like an ache, so it wasn't too bad. All right, so let's do Kathy on and off 5, 6. Okay. It's your left? No, it's your right one. Yeah? I should know this. It's your right one. Okay. So take a nice deep breath for me, Kathy. Do you have anything going on with the back of your leg? Of that same leg? Something came up there. All right, one more deep breath. All right, where are you at, Kathy? Because I know you said you were 5 or 6. Okay, that's fine. It could just be that that was the way that the energy was traveling, and that's why my attention caught there. Do you have any change in your pain? Oh, so cool. Let's do a little bit more. What is the lowest that it ever gets? Cool. So let's see. Just for giggles, right? Can't hurt. All right, take a nice deep breath for me. All right, let me know where you are. Okay. Let's do a lock. I'll look your 4 to 5 left elbow, right? And then Casey's next. I don't know. Am I saying your name correctly, Alok? So it's your left elbow. Off and on. 4 to 5. Yes. Okay. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath for me, Alok, okay? All right. All right, I'll check and see how your elbow is. Oh, Kathy, you're at a 1. I gotta tell you guys, I know that it seems like I should be like, yeah, of course. Every single time, I'm amazed. Every single time. It's amazing to me. Okay. We're gonna wait. Woohoo! Alok's at a 1 also. So we're on a roll. Awesome. Hopefully we'll continue, right? All right, guys. All right, Casey. Are you still on, Casey? If you are, it is your turn, my dear. Left hip 7. You are. Okay. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'll probably stay on a little bit longer. I've done a lot today, actually, if I think about it, because I saw patients this morning in the office, and then I did some healing, I think. I don't know. Anyway, okay, but I feel good. We'll stay on a little bit longer. So, okay, cool. All right, so it's Casey's turn. You're welcome, Alok. I might need to get some water in a little bit. All right. So, Casey, just take a nice deep breath for me. And Casey, you give me permission to enter your energetic space, right? I was having a little resistance, so I wanted to ask you out loud. Okay. Take one more deep breath. Wiggle that hip out for me, like doing like little circles. All right, let me know where you are. Pain level wise. All right, Casey, how's that hip feeling? Let's see. About Monica. Left side. So Monica, it's your whole left side. Woo woo! And you were at a 7, right, Casey? That's amazing. It'll probably continue to lower. A lot of times what happens is that it takes a little bit of time. I did one the other day and the woman had level 8 pain, and afterward nothing changed. But while I continued on, it went down to a 1. So sometimes it just takes a couple of minutes. It might lower than that. But a 7 to a 3 is pretty amazing. So awesome. Thank you for letting me work on you. You guys, this is so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Oh, this is so good. So yes, Kellen, probably. So Kellen's saying that her pain is gone. She says, my pain is gone, LOL, just from being present for the others. So yeah, basically. So I'm sending transmission, and yeah, I'm focusing on particular people, but I mean, you're still watching a transmission. So if we were in the same physical room as each other, the other thing too is when when there's resonance. So if somebody else has a pain and the same kind of energetic reasons are there, yeah, it's going to affect you. And we're all together in this right now, right? It's kind of like with card readings where you read cards, and then if the message can be not just for one person, it can be for a bunch of people, either in the room or in the stream or whatever. So that's really cool. I don't even remember where you were at. It was so funny because I was just scrolling past your name. I'm like, oh, we missed her. We got to get back to her. And then you answered that. That's so cool. The really fun, I have to tell you a funny story. So one night I was getting ready to go to sleep, and my husband's telling me that he had a headache, and I'm a lovely wife, and was kind of like, really? Like, really? And I sort of very, very vaguely put my attention over to him. And he looks up and he says, did you do something? Because my headache is gone. So yes, it can work that easily, especially when we allow it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we are with... Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, then it definitely will work, Helen, like that when you have resonance with each other. Okay, so Monica, we're working on Monica. Lower left with numbness and burning. Have you... So I don't know, I think I asked you, I'm not sure, so I'll say it again. Did you have an injury, or is there a significant illness that has to do with this? Because it feels like it's related to something larger. Like, is it autoimmune related, or is it some kind of condition? It's helpful to know, just because then I can focus on the precursor, like the beginning of it. For example, like people with autoimmune diseases, the energy is going to go wherever it goes, but as a human being, it helps me guide that. It helps it quite a bit. So, hey, Beth. And if you'd rather not say, that's fine, Monica. So we can get started, Monica, if you want, as long as you're still on here. You can go ahead. For anybody joining us now, we're doing some healing transmissions. Oh, interesting. Girl, message me, Casey. Yes, one of my specialties is fertility. So message me, please message me. Yeah, we'll talk. Okay, so that's interesting. There was message me so we can chat, because I don't want to put all your stuff that I'm picking up out to everybody. Okay, so I'm at 10% battery, because that's how I roll. I can be honest like that. So we're going to do a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap it up, because we want to have time to do our group healing. So Monica, go ahead and get comfy. Take a nice deep breath for me. All right, Monica, let me know where you are. We're going to keep doing a little bit, but I'm just wondering. So a lot of electrical stuff was coming up for me. For you. Hey, Jane. So, Monica, let me know where you are, 1 to 10. I don't recall what number you were to start. Let me look. Let's see. 7. Okay. maybe a 6. Yeah, I kind of felt like it was going to be, it may take a little bit of time. So for me, what I'm looking for is change. So if you respond at all, it's a good sign. A lot of times it takes a little bit of time for it to continue to lower. I'll do a little bit more work now. And sometimes it'll, like I said, I worked with one woman in a very large live in a big group, and she had level 8 and it didn't really budge when I was working with her in the moment. And then after maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, she came back and said, you know, I'm at a 1. So it does take time. So it feels like I am not diagnosing you. Please go see your doctor. I will definitely give you that disclaimer. I am not diagnosing anyone. There feels like there's a component, something with the central and peripheral nervous system. That's part of what the healing started to do. I got the energy and the sense of those systems being involved. And then I can kind of see where the transmission is going when I'm sending the transmission, okay? And so it'll sort of start circulating in the areas where it starts. So for some people that can mean the heart, some people meaning like emotional heart, or it just depends on a million different things. But for you, what I was really noticing was coming down the central part of your back, going down your entire spine. So it could even just be that there's spinal stuff. It doesn't, you might just, it might not mean anything at all. And again, I am not diagnosing you. But that's what I mean by that, okay? So let's do a little bit more, okay? Because you said you're at a 6, I think, now. Okay, take a nice deep breath. There we go. Okay, let me know if it's changed at all, if there's any more improvement, Monica. Okay, so is Vicky still on here? So we can do a couple more. And Kellen feels better just by hanging out with us, so that's pretty awesome. We're doing great. Everybody's feeling good. Hey, Karen. All right, so Vicky, let me know if you're on still, and if you want me to work with you, just let me know. Remind me 1 to 10. I think you said your leg, but there's so many comments, like I have to scroll through a whole lot. So just let me know. Pain upper and right side of right leg. So Vicky, let me know 1 to 10 where you're at pain-wise. I think I've almost gotten to everybody who wanted. I feel like I'm missing maybe a couple people. All right, Monica, when you can, just let me know how you're doing now. And it's okay if you're still at the same. Let's see. Oh, Jennifer. Okay. Yeah, I can. All right. You're at a 5. Upper right leg, yeah? Okay. So, Vicky, take a nice deep breath for me. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Let me know where you are. All right. So we're going to do maintenance. Okay. So Kellen, let's go ahead Yeah. So Kellen, you're feeling much better, you said, right? So we're going to just do like a little quick. Take a nice deep breath for me. One more deep breath. Beautiful. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up soon. So Vicky, let me know how you are after we sent the transmission, okay? Just give me some feedback, and if it's the same, that's okay. Let's see what we're doing. I said somebody's name. Jennifer. Is Jennifer on here still? I can't tell. You're welcome. All right. So I think I was waiting for feedback from Monica and also from Vicky. So it's really helpful for me to have feedback so that I can know, yeah, like how we did. A big part of this is about the feedback. That's why I look for measurable results for things like this, because the real, you know, there's a multi-prong reason that I do healings like this. One is to be of service, to just do it, right? The other reason is to show what I do, to just have people have awareness of the things that how it works for me. And what we did today, like, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. I mean, I guess you could, but we're not making it up. I'm not that fancy. I'm not that sophisticated to make up this elaborate thing. And it's beautiful to me, and it's so much fun to just be amazed and see you guys be amazed and just do this, like, open and honestly, and just be. So, okay. So feedback, if you guys can, that'd be awesome. It is also very possible you're giving me feedback and Facebook is not showing me the feedback, because that has happened before. So if you have, thank you very much. Cool. So Vicky, that's awesome. So that's what we're looking for with this. We want change, like we said with somebody else too, that we just want a little bit of movement. And sometimes it can take a little bit longer. There's a multitude of reasons. Sometimes we hold pain for different reasons. Sometimes we are not ready to release our pain. Especially if it's been with us for a long time. It can be like our friend. And I know anyone who hears me say that is like, you're crazy, Alexis. Of course I don't want pain. Well, things are complicated. So it can take a little bit of time. I'm going to do a group transmission in a couple of minutes. And so you can take part in that, and it'll probably continue to go down. But change is change. So we want it to alter in some way that we notice that something's happening. All right. So we're going to do Ginger. I don't think Jennifer's on anymore, so we're going to go ahead and do Ginger. Hey, Ginger, how are you doing today? Where are we at pain-wise? Any particular area, whole body? Where are we at? Okay. Lower back and hip, 6. Okay. All right, Ginger, get comfy. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, made me want to wiggle. Okay. All right, Kathy, we'll talk about that. All right, Ginger, take a deep breath. And let me know how you're doing in a couple. No. That's funny, Ginger. All right, let me know where you are, okay? Oh, okay, Monica. Thank you. Did you? Yeah, I'll have to check Facebook later. Because I did. Oh, yeah, I'll just check it. Facebook is weird sometimes. Like it'll show me half the comments and half of them will be over there. You're feeling it. It's funny, Ginger, because it went directly. That's awesome. Yeah, it'll continue to move. The certain things are interesting, like how they just have to heal, but I have a feeling that it'll continue to progress, okay? Um, I think we got everybody. And so if I missed anyone because I can't see your comments, I apologize. We're going to do a group transmission now. And so for all of us, so even people who received or didn't receive, people who are hanging out, thank you to all the people just hanging out with me. I love all of you so much. I've had so much fun. It was super cool. Yay, Casey, that's so awesome. I love it. I love this, guys. And so, yeah, like, definitely if you have people who would be interested in this kind of stuff and learning about me and the things that I do and healing and just learning about spiritual stuff, over the weekend I'm going to do like a live about, the five main clairs, which are the different types of spiritual gifts in terms of clear seeing, clear hearing, clear knowing, clear feeling. I'm missing one. I can't think of it right now. Clairvoyance, the main one, the one everybody talks about. So I'm going to do that over the weekend just to kind of like talk about it, what it means and what they are. A lot of people aren't even aware that there's anything other than clairvoyance. So I'm going to do that over the weekend. Because today's Wednesday? Well, soon. So, all right, guys. So we're going to do a transmission for everyone. So we can take a nice deep breath. And we're going to imagine a beautiful golden light above our head. And this golden light is going to gently come down and coat the top of our head, our forehead, our face, the back of our head, go down our neck and our throat, our shoulders, our back and our chest, our arms and our hands, and belly, our abdomen, our pelvis, our low back and bottom. This beautiful golden light has gorgeous healing energy and it feels warm and delicious and happy. This golden light's allowing us to release anything that doesn't serve us, so it can be transmuted. It's going down our hips and our legs and our knees. The rest away down our legs to our ankles and our feet. And it's flowing down into the earth. So we can take another nice deep breath. All right, guys, that was so much fun. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with me. Remember to share the group if you think it's something that would serve other people. And also know that I do the one-to-one healing sessions distance. If you're local, you know where to find me. I also do mentorship. So I mentor healers in 3 to 6 month program. It's a complete one-to-one customized program for each individual, for growth and healing and learning all kinds of amazing things. I also have that 5-week spiritual awakening course. So all the things, and then we have that free little talk this weekend. I'll post it soon about the 5 clairs. Okay? You're welcome. Aw, Karen, you're so sweet. Thanks. You're beautiful too. All right, my lovelies, I had such a wonderful time. I will see you guys next time. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Oh, I see. I'm saying goodbye and I keep seeing all these messages. You guys are so awesome. So Jessie says, just from listening, her sore back was tight and it's gone. Yeah, you guys, this is so awesome. And share like these, especially the transmission at the end, the one we just did, that is active, like video holds a transmission, so you don't have to be live to receive it. So anybody watching the replay is also receiving it, and that's amazing. And so feel free to share it and all that good stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna go for real this time. Bye, everybody. Love you all. Bye.